New Balance is a company with a clear goal. They want to be recognized as the world's leading manufacturer of high-performance footwear and apparel. Currently the third largest athletic shoe company in the United States. Their reputation for creating innovative performance footwear, available in multiple widths, has helped them achieve a loyal customer base. As with all companies, New Balance is always looking for new ways to expand and grow. Segmentation and targeting are at the center of this process. New Balance's product line is divided into 7 segments. Fitness Enthusiast, which includes training, walking, and tennis product. Outdoor Enthusiast, competitive athlete, running, moms of kids. Trend Relevant, which includes New Balance's classic line. And Women's Initiative. Having a good segmentation process in place helps New Balance decide what avenues to explore.
Traditionally here at New Balance, we were organized around categories. So for instance, the running category, the cross-training category, the basketball category. And I think there was a recognition that that was not facilitating a true understanding of the consumer and the new consumer and how the consumer has developed and changed over time. And so even though the industry hasn't caught up, New Balance felt it was appropriate to reorganize their structure against consumer segments, so less in categories. So for instance, in cross-training, we're organized around the fitness enthusiast segment, which would capture the same demographic.
Though filling a need is always central to new product development, New Balance is dedicated to meeting their criteria for fit and performance. Sometimes this means not pursuing a certain segment or product.
We're getting a lot of pressure or requests from our big channel partners to do vulcanized rubber soles. Soles that you typically find on like a Vans or a Converse type shoe. And when our executives, heard this request, they decided not to go down that path. Even though that market's growing, there's a big opportunity there, it probably doesn't align with who New Balance is as a business. It's not true performance, it's more court-based, lifestyle-based, which isn't what really represents our brand.
Once segments are in place, New Balance analyzes demographics and research to identify target markets.
In order to get even closer to the consumer and understand the consumer even better, you need to break it down a little bit further into sub-segments and consumer profiles. So for instance, within my category of fitness enthusiast, in the world of training, we have 4 sub-segments. Those sub-segments being competition, training, fitness, and utility. And then within each of those 4 sub-segments, you also have consumer profiles. So for instance, within the competition sub-segment, you would have 2 consumer profiles of Varsity Vince and Warrior Will, for instance. And so that really gets you closer to understanding who that consumer is, and it gets everybody on board in terms of understanding who that consumer is, and then that's what you deliver the product against.
After determining target markets, New Balance develops a positioning strategy for each market. Oftentimes, companies position themselves in response to their competitors' positions.
One of our recent advertising campaigns talks about endorsed by no one. And really what we're trying to say there is that we're endorsed by the individual, that we're all about getting to know you and making products for the individual. We're not worried about endorsing other individuals and telling them to tell you what you need. And so that's another way that I think we differentiate ourselves from other marketers within the community, other brands within the industry.
At every stage of segmenting and targeting, New Balance stays true to their commitment to fit and performance. In a market that's filled with promoting the latest and greatest athlete, New Balance remains on message. They've always been loyal to their customers, and in turn, they have a loyal customer base.